Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Talk, what you talking about? If it ain't about money, better walk it out. JT and me live, about to plot it out. This is Silver Talk, let's start it now. What's up? How's everything going, everybody?
What is going on, guys?
Silver Talk. And JT made no mistakes yet again, even though we practiced like 1,500 times before we came on. But no mistakes, so we got to give JT a round of applause for that. But how's everything going, JT?
Everything's going pretty good, man. No complaints out loud, keeping it real quiet and walking through life just with a big stick. This Sunday on
Pause.
Silver Talk. Pause. What's going on?
But guys, if you're in the chat, make sure you guys say something so we can give you guys a highlight. JT, before you go, who's in the chat right now?
We have Marshall Vincent. Thank you, Marshall, for coming in. We also
Appreciate
have
it.
B Purple Poker.
Awesome. Nice to have you on here. Thank you so much.
Stamos Gems.
Awesome.
Yep. If you guys so far, we have like 4 people viewing in right now.
Awesome. Well, guys, if you guys are watching, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. It's highly appreciated. And at the same time, make sure you guys join the Urban Wealth Creation Discord if you guys are not on there already. All right. So, JT, getting everything ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And also, if you guys check the Urban Lifestyle website, I think the link is down in the description below, or is a pinned comment on this actual video right now. I just pinned it, or I put a comment on there if you guys check the comment section. Hey, JT, I just applaud you for not having any mistakes, right? Hey, that thing is loud as heck.
Oh.
Man. So like I was saying, check the pinned comment. You guys see a link, and if you that's pretty much if you guys want to join the email list, make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be awesome. Every month I'm going to be giving out discounts, so make sure you guys join that email list right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's down. I think the pin that I'm comment down in the description below, or in the comments below. But how's everything going, JT, man?
Everything's going pretty good, man. I'm looking forward to a productive week. You know how it is. You know, the weekend goes fast. Takes too long to come, though. Pause. But we have to take it one day at a time. So I'm looking forward. Looking forward to Monday. But I wanted to go slow.
I think you're the only one person that's actually looking forward to Monday, besides me.
Right. Well, you wake up when you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Produce your own schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this Monday. This week, Friday came and I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh wow! I mean, Eli, I still expect you to look at the calendar. At least do that.
my wife's like, "Hey, are you gonna bring the kids to my mom's house?" I'm like, "Why? It's the middle of the week." She's like, "It's Friday." I'm like, "Nah, stop lying. Stop lying." Stop looking. I'm like, "Wow." The time just when you're not tied down to a schedule and you make your own schedule. It's like, my whole time, my body clock is just out of wax right now.
Right. Yeah. Just keep it. Just watch that. No. Yeah. I know you have a phone that keeps this. Yeah. So as long as you look at that once in a while, I mean, that will keep you attached to the other part of the world.
Gotcha. Now I do want to give a congratulations to Shane D. He's one of the members here on the Urban Lifestyle membership, and he actually won the beautiful yet messed up reverse side. This is the beautiful side. He actually won the 1 ounce silver coin from from Silver Talk.
Oh, so what's up? The beauty is skin deep, so the deep side is on the back. Oh man. I think Do It To It said as well. He says, I'm retired, so every day is Saturday, brother.
Exactly,
I know that's right.
Exactly. Yeah, my mentor said the same thing. He said he always have 6 Saturdays and a Sunday.
All right.
You know.
That's what's up.
Oh man. But Do It To It, nice to have you on here. What you said?
I only have one.
It's cool, man. It's cool, man. That's what we're working on. Hey, put it this way, JT. You're much closer now. You know, you're much closer.
That's right.
Either because, you know, it's new to retirement, you're getting up there in age, or you're going to create something that's going to get you there. One of those.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like, you know, the mirror, things are closer than what it really, you know, it seems. It's okay, though. Man, what can you say?
Exactly.
Well, great. Congratulations, Shane. What's it, Shane O, right? Or Shane D?
Shane D.
Shane D.
This is his second time in a row, too. Second time in a row winning.
Wow.
You know, but he's just getting like he's on there. Like I post a video for all the members.
Okay.
Because like the last day of the month, I do a giveaway.
Oh,
so
wow.
He was on there. He's like boom, 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 and the question was who created the coin? Who created the coin? And he pointed out because I kind of gave him a hint. I was like, the name starts with silver. The name of the person who created the coin starts with silver. And then he went through all the silver talks. And he was like, it's gold Spartan. He was like, it doesn't start with silver. It's gold Spartan. I'm like, yeah, man. Good job, man. Good job. You won.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Let's leave that between me and you.
Yeah, you win by default. Like Freedom Stacker. That was rigged. Oh, man. Well, you know what? I'm glad he knew and had the due diligence to go back and check.
Exactly.
We got to have Do It To It on.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was fortunate enough to retire at 38.
Awesome. That's awesome right there.
I would love to hear that story.
Shoot, that's great. Like anytime you retire early, you know, that's awesome.
That's most definitely. Because I'm close. I'm like two years away from retirement. So if you give me any opportunity, anything you can give me by email, text, or Instagram, let me know.
I thought your retirement date was like 20 years ago.
That's why, you know, some days we're friends and we renew our friendship on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh man,
I'm 46. It seemed close.
Gotcha.
He revealed it. He said that a combination of the U.S. Army, precious metals, and Bitcoin. I know that's right.
Awesome. Hey JT, have you seen Bitcoin this week?
I have. Bitcoin did a little tops and turvy a little bit, but it's still high 18s. I think the most I've seen it this week was 19.5. You know, it did fall down from grace a little bit the week prior. People started talking bad about it. Hit 16,000, and then people said, look, I told you it wasn't going to stay up, and then it jumped back up to 19,000, and I haven't heard that same person make a post yet. So I guess he ran out of ammunition. But yeah, you know, it's right now it's looking to stay in the high 19s or the low 19s, but it's longer than it did last time. The last time it went this high, it was for a couple days. You know, this has been going on pretty long. So people have a little bit more trust in putting into the precious metal now.
Gotcha. Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm still doing my research on it and things like that. And I did an awesome interview with Darrell from the Money Level Show. It was a great interview, and I feel like he covered some points on it that that we're missing. But as far as right now, I am planning to put a little bit in there, but just buying like a little bit. I'm not just gonna go all in. I'll just like whatever I have chump change, I'll put it. And I do own some crypto. And Bitcoin being some of them. But like the amount that's in there is so minute, it doesn't even make a difference.
Yeah, well, every little bit helps. I mean, I remember when I took some Bitcoin out to take care of something I wanted to take care of immediately, and it was at maybe 10,000, maybe targeting around 9,500,
Gotcha.
And before I knew it, it went up to 16, 17. I was like, I thought I had enough time to get back into it. But it's just like that. Bitcoin and crypto, it's that volatile. You just don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know what news is going to set it off and when people's trust. So it's one of those things that it's a gamble. What I recognize so far, but some people are definitely benefiting from it.
Now, the reason I want to get it just so I can diversify a little bit. I'm not gonna put as much as like, yeah, man, like how much I'm putting gold and silver in the markets. But as far as crypto, I do want to have something because you never know what can happen.
That's true.
You never know what can happen. So I always want to diversify a little bit, even if I have to allocate like a good 1% or less than 1% of my wealth into it.
Right.
All right. So JT, did you buy any gold, silver this week?
This week, nothing at all. Not one piece of gold or silver. It was kind of a chill week, trying to start the end the month off right so I can jump into the new year where I want to be. So I didn't do anything, and I may not do anything for the rest of the remainder of the month.
Gotcha.
What about yourself?
Nah, man, I'm just as broke as you are, man. So I didn't buy anything this week.
I didn't say I was broke, but but maybe because of this tight shirt, you assume that.
Hey, speaking of that, JT, man, what's going on, man? What happened to the Silver Talk shirt?
That's crazy. It's real crazy because I washed a load of clothes. And I said, "Oh, it's here. It's going to be in there." I said, "I haven't seen it laying around." And look, when I did, I found this clean black shirt, and I was like, "It must be somewhere around this basement." I must have taken it off, and I had your shirt, the Urban Lifestyle shirt, I was going to put on. But I was like, I'll put this one on instead. So, because I wear that one all the time. That's probably my favorite go-to weekend shirt.
Gotcha.
Show me my roots.
Awesome. All right, so let's go over the precious metals weekly update because
awesome.
Gold, silver, they actually took the dive down, but it seemed like they kind of rebounding up. So I want to know your thoughts. If you guys comment down below or comment in the chats. Let me know what you thought. What are some of your predictions as far as gold and silver for 2020? Okay. So, silver price within the past week. So, silver current price is at $24.22, and the highs, the highs have been for the week is actually the highest, $24.42, and the lowest it hit was $21.91. And I don't even remember it going that low. It probably hit that like for 1 second and then jumped back up, but I don't remember. But it actually gained this week a 1%, 1.50%. $1.50 increase from last week.
Okay,
this time. And then gold prices last week is at gold prices for this week. It's actually the current price is $1,838.39.50. The week's high was $1,848.45, and the lows was $1,765.79. So did you guys take advantage of that? Let me know in the chats and the comments below.
Yeah, we have do it to it. He's got 2 tubes of Eagles and 1 tube of rounds. Gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah, took advantage of it.
Nice. And platinum, seems like platinum is going up. It's over the 1,000 mark. JT, remember when platinum was like around was what 700 at one point? I think the lowest I seen was around 6.
Right.
So
the premiums were still pretty high on it at that time for the coins. I don't know about the bars or if they had any rounds, but I know that the coins. So you got anything like American Platinum Eagle was still pretty high. So
gotcha. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was like around 800 when the price was around 6 or 7.
Yeah, that premium was pro high. So
it's always been like that for platinum, but platinum prices currently is at $1,064, and the week's high was $1,085, and the week lows was $958. And as far as palladium, it actually took the $74 hit this week, and right now current price is at $2,363. Now, to be honest with you, how you say hindsight if you could see, if you knew where the prices was or where the prices was going to be exactly back then, like let's say 2 years ago, you saw the prices and you knew exactly what the prices would be right now, what would you have buy? Pretty much everything is up. Gold, silver, especially based off 3 years ago.
Right.
So, but you want to know what precious metal would you have put your money into?
Platinum.
Where you would have received the most gains on?
Platinum.
Platinum?
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, platinum outperformed gold.
You think so?
I watched a special that was sent to me from Darrell. It was special from Kitco, and it was going in on platinum and palladium.
Gotcha.
And some of the points that were made with platinum is that, and palladium as well, about being inside the catalytic converter. Maybe by 2030, a big push will be for electric cars. And as we know, electric cars do not have to use platinum or palladium. They use other metals and like lithium and copper and lead and other things that's being used. But when it comes down to the catalytic converter and the combustible engine, it's really been used in everything. And since the downturn of buying automobiles this last year, the major concern is saying, okay, for years people have been saying, how can we use less platinum? How can we use less palladium? And I think the push for electric cars will be when we stop using as much of it. Maybe that will also deter the price from going up, and we can purchase more of it. But until then, it's probably the best opportunity until that time frame and the electric cars comes as a norm. We may want to look into doing platinum. Another point that was made from this video is that when crisis happens, gold go up. So the example from the guest was that gold went up in price during 9/11, but platinum went down. So a lot of people based in China and around the world start buying platinum jewelry instead of gold to show their affection and love. So because it was the cheaper metal, but it was a long-lasting metal. So it was one of those things we still want to look at depending on what's going on in the world and what trends are going in the industries. So it's a point that I thought I took from the video. Gotcha.
No,
and I thank Darrell from the Money Level Show for sharing it with me last night.
Gotcha. No, it makes sense. With me, the only reason I may have reconsidered platinum is because my exit strategy as far as platinum would have been crazy. Because you're talking about most of the local coin shop here in Miami, they say, hey, they're going to give me 150 under spot as far as platinum. So not only am I paying 150 here in Miami, so I have to put that in consideration too. If I were to really think about it, I mean, I remember a point where gold was higher than palladium itself. And we're talking about, I think palladium went to 1,300, or I know it was lower than gold.
Okay.
At one point. And right now, as we see, it's 2,300 right now.
Right. So, do it to it. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your thought.
No, I did.
Okay. Do it to it made a point. He says you need silver to make electric cars. So I think when the trade-off hits from moving from combustible engine.
Hey, JT just froze, man. Like, the word was like so crazy. It took a lot of processing power, so he just froze.
Right. Combustible engines and catalytic converters. Let me go back to that so I won't freeze. So once we move from using that type of motor vehicle, right? And going to electric, maybe that's when silver will jump up in price. Maybe silver turn to jump up in price like palladium, and how stable it has been like platinum. Maybe we start seeing those $50 or maybe $100 silver prices that we've been hoping for.
Yeah, man, and I do see a move. Like, I believe EV electric vehicles is going to be the shift. You know how it went from horses to cars.
Yeah,
I believe we're gonna slowly fade away from the combustion engine, and then go slowly into EV vehicles.
right.
You know, it's just a given. It helps. You know, if we wanna protect the earth, I believe that would be a great move.
Yeah, think about this. It's all about policy and it's politics. Because how long have fuels? We have like diesel fuel, and we had like biofuel for years, and it just hasn't been put into place because no one's going to tackle the oil industry, right?
Exactly.
But
It
now
has
that
to happen.
but now that policy and politics are lining up towards electric, and you see that now it's pushing towards it, you see a new energy on the horizon that we'll be using. So now it's more welcoming for electric cars. Because look how long electric cars been around.
So if anybody that is in the oil industry, I'll say, hey, maybe it's time to get a trade and not just stick around and wait till the wheels fall off. I'll say, hey, start learning about electric vehicles. They're still going to need people to fix them. Maybe go into energy or something like that. Something that's more progressive and more towards the future. It's
a progressive thing. I think we have time. Michael M made a point. I don't think gas cars will completely be phased out, but I do think that the push to phase them out and go to a cleaner source is happening now.
Gotcha. Shane D, we was just talking about you, bro. Where did my emojis go? Yeah. Are you on my channel or are you on JT's channel?
Yeah,
I guess it depends on which channel you're on.
Right. You have the emojis. My only emojis I have is 00000. No interaction.
Oh man. But yeah, so that was pretty much it for as far as stuff. JT, let's go into the chat, see what the chats are saying.
Yep, we have a comment from you see the 000. So you know
I'm on JD's page.
Yeah, he's on my page. Do it to it says the key ingredient is solar panels. Solar power is silver as well. Silver makes up 80% of solar panels. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about, discuss from that video, that one of the things that major miners like Majestic Mines, one thing that they are doing, they are investing in colleges and grad students to find out ways to recycle or to gather back these precious metals from like catalytic converters and other computers and things like that. This is one of the things we have to focus on as well in the future. How can we pull back these resources so we can reuse it? And maybe that will cut down on price as well. And major companies do benefit by focusing on the recycling of these products to gain precious metals back.
100%. I do believe so.
Okay. We have Black Silver Stat. I'm overpriced on predictions. I don't value my silver in dollars, but in pound and ounces and grams. How would you think about that comment? How you feel about that comment there when it comes down to?
I'm trying to get an understanding in pounds and ounce and grams. I mean, it's pretty much what I've always been saying. Like people, we like to value the gold and silver as far as the dollar value, right? Right. But let's say when silver was $3 way back then, how much can that $3 get you? Back then you could have got like that $3 probably could have fed your family for a whole week. Now gold right now, silver right now being at $25, you could probably still feed your family for a whole week. I'm talking about if you're buying bread and not going out to Chili's and going to Red Lobsters and stuff, right. You probably won't even be able to tip the waiter.
That's true.
But if you're focusing on like maybe ramen noodles, you can do that. So that's how I always like to look at it. Not pretty much as the dollar value, but what can it get me at the time? Like if I'm in a situation, like if silver's able to get me a gallon of gas, or let's say fill up my tank, right? In the future, no matter what price it takes to fill up my gas tank, as long as that ounce of silver can fill up my gas tank, I'm okay.
Right.
You know, that's how I see it.
Yeah, the thing about it is, like, I understand his point with the second statement he made. I think the best stacking strategy is to put your money down every week. That way, your stack is steady building. And if you take away the price predictions, we don't get caught up if the spot price is high or if it's low. The fact is, your cost dollar average. If you're going to put out $200 a month on silver or gold, whatever, you put it on that regardless, because you know the end game is stacking and collecting the resources. So I do understand that now. And Michael M says, damn ramen noodles. I tell you, that is definitely the stacker's meal of choice. You know, you try to save that money, you can buy a 12 pack for $1.50. You know, stack on, player.
Exactly.
Stack on.
Now, one thing I do want to say of like when it comes to stacking, you got to understand the mindset that you want to be in. Either you want to go into the gloom and doom, or hey, you want to be able to protect and preserve and grow. All right. I actually have a video coming about it. Remember, there's a parable in as far as the Bible where the talents, right? Where like 3 talents were given, and then one decided to hide it, and the other one decided to multiply it and grow it. And who was punished? The one that just put it on the ground and buried it and hid it. Right?
Yeah, one squandered it away.
Exactly, another one squandered it away. They were punished, but the one that was able to take those talents and multiply it and grow it was the one that was rewarded. So when it comes to the community, I've seen this from the get-go. It's based off fear. It's based off fear. It's like, hey, money's gonna devalue, all this, stock market's gonna crash, and all this extra stuff, which can and maybe will happen sometimes in the future. Don't get me wrong, but nothing ever grows when you're fearful. There's no way you can grow anything once you're in the fear mind. You know, there's risk, there's chances you're gonna have to take, and if you're willing to take those chances and risk, then you can actually learn and do your research and figure out ways to grow.
Right.
You know, it's not just about preserving, it's about growing the wealth as well.
Right.
All right. Yeah, JC, that means the song is crazy, so that means we're about to be done, right?
That's right. We learn new skills. You know what I'm saying? I get that. Learning new skills, because you have to keep on learning to keep the money moving.
Exactly.
The old way of just saying, hey, just get up, go to work, and earn it. We realized doing that mentality, it was the saving mentality, right? And the saving mentality showed us today that inflation would have eaten that up. The second thing is now learning about stock market, learning about what inflation can do. You have to add interest to your money in order for it to grow. So those things change during the seasons. So we have to continue to learn to grow, to see what ways we can keep our money growing throughout the years.
Exactly.
You know,
and a lot of people is like, hey, stay away from the stock market. The stock market is all-time high. And I was like, okay, I understand the entire stock market is at all-time highs, but let me see if I can research some companies that are on their multi-year lows. Right. So I was like, all right, let me do my research, and I did a whole bunch of research, and I found some great companies. Even though I like to let it be known what I'm doing on the community, because I don't want to hide anything. And people was like, oh no, take your money out the stock market, do this. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it in there. And if it goes down, and I still believe in the company, I'm gonna buy. I'm not saying, hey, I'm just gambling and just, hey, I don't know nothing about this company, I'm gonna go ahead and buy. But I'm gonna go ahead and I do my research and make sure I trust the company, or I trust my decision, my decision making skills. I trust it, and I go ahead. So I have a screenshot where I won't be able to share it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna actually just describe. Let me see if I can find it here, and just show you guys. So I started keeping a log each and every week, right? And where is it? I start keeping a log of my gains as far as the stock market. And for the past couple of weeks, and each and every week there's somebody's like, oh man, take it out, do this, it's gonna crash this week, or it's gonna crash today, or there's gonna be a reset, you know, and all that. And I'm like, hey, if it happens, I'm gonna welcome it.
Right.
You know. So week one, it was 34,000, a little bit over $34,000, right? Week two of me tracking it, it's like around $36,000, over $36,000. Week three, now remember, people telling me, hey, take it out, do all this, boom, do all that. Week three, it's over $38,000, right? Week four, it's actually $40,000. Week five, last week, it was at $48,000. Now, this week, tomorrow, tomorrow where I'm going to actually do a video about it. So if you guys, make sure you guys are following the Urban Lifestyle channel. I'm actually going to do a video about it. And for the members, I'm going to do an in-depth video about that. Actually shows you all the moves and all the stocks that's in there for people that are members. And the number is $56,000, over 56. So within 5 weeks, I practically, and remember, I only put 20, I'll say, of course I kept adding, so I'll say no more than $28,000 in there. And within 5 weeks, it actually gained. I'm not saying I got all this, I started 5 weeks ago. No, this is stuff that's been that started like during the beginning of the pandemic. And of course, it like just within the past 5 weeks, it just started taking off. All right, some of these positions I felt for like a little bit under a year. So I'm not saying I just started 5 weeks ago.
So you say you started with 28,000.
Yeah.
And it came up to 56,000.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So like over 28,000, and then you'll show how much you put in up into those weeks, and then what would be the gain, the profit based off that.
Correct. And the whole reason I mention it is because I know a lot of people, especially in the stack community, is like, oh man, the markets, look at the economy, look at this, look at that. But none of the companies I have, well, all the companies right now, some of them may be overvalued. But when I bought them, none of them was overvalued. It was like, hey man, you know, this company normally trades at this price right now, is at a hell of a discount. Let me go ahead and get it. And I do believe in the future, and some of the companies that I did buy, I took some profits on.
Right.
I took some profits on because I'm like, hey, I don't believe this is going to go any further than that. Like I practically doubled the money. It practically doubled. And I don't think it's going to double again. So let me find another stock for me to go ahead and put money on. You know, so like I was saying, the only reason I'm actually showing this and I'm explaining this is because my main focus is growing my wealth, but at the same time, not doing it stupidly. And I want to be able to preserve my wealth as well. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. Okay.
I'm saying when there's opportunities out there, there's a reason a lot of wealthy people love a recession. Like this is like what happened this year is rich people's wet dream.
Pause.
Like, yeah, but what happened this year was people's wet dream. Pause. You know, so a lot of people wanted this to happen.
Right.
So a lot of people took advantage of it.
Yeah, but this like always says, you want to move when prices are low, and people wait for people to sell. So people still have that cash set to the side. Perfect opportunity to buy more assets and to gain more stocks, and like I said, for reasons for your money to continue to multiply. So, but the beautiful thing is knowledge. Understanding what needs to be done in order to allow your money to grow. And if you don't know, take the time out to learn it. And if you all costs preserve, and as Warren Buffett says, don't lose money. I'm saying, don't lose any money. So, and the fact is, I never understood that until someone broke that down to not to lose money, literally. But in your investments, monitor your loss, monitor your profits, and make sure that you don't lose, your stocks.
Exactly.
So that's a good thing. And like Shane said, that's because you know how to move your money around and do your research. Others don't. And we can leave on that point.
But I do want to say something. JT said knowledge. That 30 I'll say above, like that's $20,000, right? And within 2 weeks we can clear it, like probably a little bit less or so. And JT said something that's very important. He said knowledge, right? I actually took $3,000 and invest into a course. Somebody I've been watching for a long time. I took $3,000, invested into a course, and I took everything. Like I'm talking about, I took everything, and he gave me his email or his Discord so I can chat with him if I had any questions. So I'm talking about a course with over hundreds of videos, and he still adds videos to it each and every day. So I'm watching the course, and I'm just watching. I learned as much as I possibly can, and I just apply what I learned.
Right.
You know, so at the time I'm like, man, it's $3,000. I'm putting $3,000 in it, man. I gotta get something out. And right now, I'm like, hey, you know what? That was one of the best $3,000 I ever spent.
Yeah, and think about it. It's the perfect time for that, right? And a perfect time in your life in order to take advantage of what you've been given and what you took action on. And to seal this moment in time, Michael M. stated,
I saw it.
This is like rich people's wet dreams, Eli, 2020.
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, guys.
I like, don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it.
He has now put it. We have it in video. The year that you've done it. You know, it's a perfect way to segment to an end of the show. Guys, put hashtag. This is like rich people's wet dreams. If you understand, this is what we will end on, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Make sure you check out Urban Lifestyle so you can check out the video that he was talking about this week. Go check out our friend, the Money Level Show, Darrell Dominic. And if you got something you want to promote, give us an email. Hit us on the email and let us know, and we'll make sure we do our best to help you out and get your video information out. Guys,
highlight do it to it. Hashtag
hashtag rich wet dream.
All right. So before we go, guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. It's highly appreciated. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you guys join the Urban Wealth Creation Discord. If you guys check the pinned comment down below, you'll find all that. It's all in the description as well. And at the same time, if you guys want discount as far as the urbanlifestyle.com website, make sure you guys join the mailing list. And I think that's down in the pinned comment somewhere down in the video on my channel, of course. Or just go to support the Urban Lifestyle channel page down in the description. You'll find that there. And at the same time, there's a lot of information being given out as for members. I know I got some, I have some members on here right now today that's actually watching this right now. And, you know, I got personal information, personal messages saying, hey, they really like what I've been doing as far as for the members. So if you guys consider joining the Urban Lifestyle membership, all right, all down in the description below. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it, guys. Have a good one. Have a beautiful day. And JT,
take care.
And make sure you hit the close off button too. Last time we was on live. Still.
What?
Yeah, last time you still